So let's say that the potential buyers that are thinking they may work with you, or maybe they already are, but maybe you don't have a real tight connection yet. They're waiting on the sidewalk. They got there a few minutes earlier. They're waiting on the sidewalk or at the door, and you pull up, and it's very clear that they can see you. So you pull up, maybe you acknowledge them real quick, and then you turn off your car. You gather all your stuff, and then you start looking down at your phone. And then when you
Yeah,
get out, you
lost
are
them.
concerned about all the stuff that you have, and then you shut your door and you are not engaging in them at all. That is such a missed opportunity. We have a split second to where someone will trust, like, and do business with us, really, because that's our first impression. And I know that number varies, a split second to three seconds, whatever that is. But here's the one that's the one to remember. It's 76% of the time accurate. 76% of the time accurate. People will gauge you correctly on if they're going to want to work with you, trust you, and move forward with you. And that's your moment to do it. So it's not what you speak, it's how you're showing them your interaction and how much you value their time. Making sure that all that stuff is put away or in your bag or whatever that is way before you pull up. And then your interaction starts as you pull that car up. It starts there. It doesn't start when you walk up to them. So all of that is an interaction, even though we're not speaking. We forget that speaking is a very small part of how we actually connect and communicate.
No, that makes perfect sense to me. It's along the lines of a picture's worth 1,000 words. It's how they see it, how you're showing up, and how you're, are you there? And people
Mm-hmm.
do get, I'm sure I've done this before, where I'm just so busy, I've got to check my phone every second, and I'm sure I've been guilty of that, in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to pay attention to how you present yourself as you walk into a room. I know just
Mm-hmm.
going to like networking events. I just think any type
Yes.
of networking event, and you show up and you were there and you were confident, you can approach anybody in that circumstance. If you kind of
Yeah.
slide in, then your energy and your barriers already, kind of feels like it's up. And I
Right.
can night and day from when I started networking, 100 years ago or whatever that was now, but being little, it wasn't quite shy, but I think you can get past these sorts of things
Mm-hmm.
if you can position yourself to show up, then people do want to talk to you. You have that energy and that sort of thing. Maybe just before the point where you're just approaching them and shoving your card in their face. It's an extreme version where you've gone too far with it, but maybe something
Mm-hmm.
in between is exactly what you're after. I like this. I think all these
Yeah.
applications to this, not just sales directly, trying to
Anything.
convince somebody to do something, show up at a city council meeting and you're trying to get something passed or you're trying to get your project approved. Same sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be prepared, but your posture is going to show confidence. When they see confidence, the council people will be looking at you that you're confident in what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing. So it's not just, hey, we're going to see if this sticks and see if this works. And they're going to trust you
Yep.
more.
Yes. Yeah. And you never know who you're going to run into. That's the beauty of it as well.